Alright, so in the same way that Fenrir was shown, we are now getting Rhya's kit. So it seems like this is going to be something that stays, where if the second unit in a season, the middle unit, the one that doesn't have a maintenance, is someone who we don't have on JP, we'll be able to see their full kits. And this time, it is Third Eye Rhya with what I think is my favorite intro. Just looking at these effects, I think it is my favorite intro. The third eyes have consistently been in my top 5 of intro animations and just overall look. And I think Rhya is my #1 intro, like, just aesthetic in the game. So Rhya is going to be the unit coming out on October 10th. And this kind of confirms to me that you will not be needing Julius, and you won't even be stressed about it, because Rhya is also a blue attacker. So if you're really trying to summon, and obviously if you want Julius, that's another story specifically, but Rhya, bro, he is looking very good. Okay, I read his kit, and he's looking like one of the most intricate units in the game, and one of the best, I think, like, in terms of how versatile this unit is. So I'm sorry if there's a bit of background noise. I'm going to try and cover it up with the music. We got Broly's music playing because obviously Worldwide started today, so very hyped for that. The 200 pulls got nothing though. 230. This is what I mean. Guys, my summons on Black Divider went great, but I just did like 200 pulls and I didn't get any of the new units. Okay, thank God there's pity, but it's 500, so that's going to be rough. Anyway, okay. So, at the start of a turn, you're going to apply an extra effect to self based on the partnered mage's class. So, whoever you're combining with, you're getting a buff. Defender, it's a 30% damage reduced buff for 1 turn. Okay, now it's 1 turn, but the thing is, it's at the start of a turn. So, this is every single time it's Rhya's turn, you're getting this 30% damage reduction buff, which is diabolical. Okay? It's insane. Now, if he's with an attacker, 30% damage increase. Supporter, he gets 50% mobility. Bro, guys, if you put this with a supporter, we'll have to see how exactly this 50% works. But it's going to be very much like Vanessa buffing a defender. Green Vanessa at Dupe 2. Because that's how much she gives, but also with speed. So, this is insane. 50% mobility just like that is crazy, bro. This guy's going to be attacking very quickly. Now, I feel like the best ones, in my opinion, are going to be Defender to put with Valkyrie Noel, or Supporter to put with the mobility. I feel like in terms of supporters though, as of right now, I'm not really too sure, like, what would it be for supporter like Vanessa or Charlotte? Charlotte could be pretty good with Rhya. Now, debuffer gives a 3 SP buff, and then healer gives 100% of attack as a barrier, which 100% of attack is probably around 100k. It's just not going to be, in my opinion, that crazy. But if you put this, like, for example, if you're running it with, like, Mimosa and, just Charlotte specifically, and you put Mimosa with the Rhya, then you're going to be able to extend these barriers, and Rhya's going to get 2 barriers a turn. So, I don't know. Guys, I'm going to try him in every single way possible. Every single way possible, for sure. So let's get on to his dupes, which I think is the most important part, because of the fact that obviously it determines on how many dupes you need to go for. Now, the thing is, we know that Rhya at 0 and max dupe is at 103 speed, so that is something. Now, I will check the JP Twitter, because we do have his stats here, which he gets just normal accuracy, all that stuff. But if we could check just to see around what his stats are going to be looking like. I don't know if they posted Black Divider. Did they post his stats though? That's what's important. Okay, Zora. Zora's a good... He's going to have more attack than Zora. He's going to have more attack than Zora. Okay, now what is Zora looking... Do we have Zora? Yes, we do. Zora is at 12... Okay, wait, hold on. So basically... He's going to have higher attack than Zora, than a lot of these guys. Probably higher than Kyoto, which is good. Very good. Holy. He's, yeah, no. He's going to be around this range. He should be. Wow. That is insane. Very good attack there. And magic attack is also a bit higher. So his attack stats, he's just naturally going to be doing good, right? Now, Dupe 2. Upon attacking, grants 5% increased damage dealt for each buff present on all enemies. Guys. This is insane. This is insane. AoE buffs. Like, let's look at supporters. Okay, let's look at supporters. Vanessa skill 2 technically gives 8. I don't know if they would count Blessing of Protection, though. Okay? Then, obviously, Charlotte. Her ult. Damage reduction and defense pencil. That's 5. That's a 25% damage increase, right? Bro, I really think that's going to be crazy. Like, Gray now, her skill 2 is going to be a bit scary to use. You could literally put 8. And then her ult puts 4. Like, some of these things, like when you start stacking these, bro, oh my god. Especially Mimosa, you can't use this skill page anymore. Because it gives a magic attack to everyone. You can't use that skill page. Because that's just giving extra damage to Rhya. Insane. Now the Dupe 5 is if counterattack is present on self, 40% crit rate and 15% damage reduction. Now, why is this crazy? Because, oh my god, yeah, you're going to want to max dupe him. Because of the fact that this means you need much less crit rate for him to be good, right? So you get to build him with extra crit damage. Okay, this is insane. You could build him with like 160 crit rate in mind, or you could build him with like 250% crit rate in mind. Bro, I can't. This is insane. And then HP is less than 30%, grants immortality for 1 turn, 1 time per battle. So already, he's getting a buff every single turn from this, which could be 50% mobility, 30% damage reduction, 30% of damage increase, 3 SP, which makes him spam his ult. And then he's getting immortality, 40% crit rate, 15% damage reduction when he has counterattack, which means he's actually going to be usable on mono blue. He will be. Because Charlotte gives a 2-turn counterattack. Right? This is crazy. Okay. You love to see it. You do love to see it. So yeah, max dupe I think is kind of necessary. So thank God I already have 400 pulls for Rhya. Thank God, right? Thank God, because I already have 400. Just to show, let me show you. Kisuke and Michael, right? We got the rewards, and then everyone got the frame for it. But we got the animated and 20k. So we got 26k crystals and 150 tickets. So very good. Now, we already went over that. Skill 1, you get an extra, when you land a crit, you deal an extra attack that inflicts 70% of attack and magic attack. So he has, this is one of the highest skill 1s, because that's 80, and then it goes to 150% for skill 1. But then it also copies 2 enemy buffs, and then it extends counterattack. So a lot of the times you might even use this turn 1, or turn 2, depending. If you're using Blue Charlotte, you could use this turn 2. So, yeah, this is actually crazy. Like, genuinely crazy. Skill 1 is going to do so much damage, plus you copy buffs. It's so good. It's so good. Now, the skill 2 is an AoE, which is why I think immediately just... He's going to be doing as much damage, I think, as Julius. Very close. Julius, obviously, skill page-wise, with the second skill page, will be doing more. The thing is, his skill 2, Julius, does 95, where Rhya's, bro, Rhya's is literally doing 170 of attack and magic attack. Which means, just like that, you're almost doubling the base attack multiplier. And then he gets damage increases, potentially, if he's with an attacker. Well, he gets crit rate here, so guaranteed crits, basically. Damage increase on the dupe too, which could be very, very high. And then he could get it if he's next to an attacker. Like, guys, come on, let's be serious. And then he applies electrocute when he does the extra attack. Which, I feel like, guys, do we think he's going to be good on mono blue? This could be crazy. Mono blue with luck, I feel maybe. Or William. Like, I don't know how they could do it. I feel like with William, it could be insane. Right? With Defender William. Defender William with him should be really good. It should be. And the Defender gives damage reduction. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling it. I feel like Defender and then Blue Charlotte, obviously, you put skill 2 silence turn 1. And even Black Divider is going to be affected by that. I feel like Mono Blue is in. Mono Blue might be in. We'll have to see. This is very speculative as of right now. But I feel like Mono Blue has a chance of being in. Now, you would need to put Rhya next to a supporter if you want to get the mobility. But that could be really good, right? Oh my god. Yeah. I'm just like trying to think of teams. You could even run a double Julius Rhya team if you're feeling cheeky. I feel like there's a lot of things you could do with Rhya. Mono blue, and in the future with Dorothy, could be good. Could be very good. Now, one thing is, why this SP on debuffer is so good is because debuffers like Dorothy reduce the enemy's mobility and stuff like that, which means that it's going to let Rhya attack quicker and then also slash get his ult quicker, right? Now, this skill 2, I think, is going to be doing relative damage to Julius' skill 2, which is scary to think about, all because of that extra attack. And it's if you crit. The thing is, if you got the counterattack on you, you got an extra 40% crit rate. So you are critting. Now, the ult. I'm gonna guess this is a 160% alt. It could be 180, but I'm gonna guess 160. Unfortunately, yeah, okay, he didn't show it, but I'm gonna say 160. To be fair, that 160 goes to 330 with this crit. If you crit, I mean, at that point, right? Now then, upon applies an extra effect to an enemy based on the partner mage's class. If you're a defender, you remove immortality. If it's with a defender, you remove immortality if it's on them. Attacker, attack after inflicting barrier removal. Supporter, inflicts a 50% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy. Debuffer, -3 on an enemy. And healer, barrier immunity. So the best one out of this is for sure the supporter one. Right, so I feel like him with the supporter, giving the mobility, and then also reducing mobility is going to be great. I feel like for for defender, that one's not bad. Like, holy shit, wait, no. Him with Noelle? Oh my god. Yeah. Ooh. This is gonna be good. Yeah. Immortality removal, you could play that very well later on. So I feel like defender or supporter are gonna be the best ones to pair him with. I mean, doesn't this make him really cracked with William? Because William has a good combo. I mean, because hold on. Now I'm gonna go into this first. You want to apply the combo because it puts counterattack for 1 turn and then concentrated attack, which makes it be it's a guaranteed crit. Wait, hold on. That's so funny. So you don't even need high crit rate because they let you get this in some cases because it's only 1 turn. But still, this basically means that you're gonna guarantee crit in a lot of these cases, which is very good for the skill 2, where you could also apply the electrocute on everyone. His kit is beautiful. I think it's one of my favorite kits up to date. I mean, this counterattack, obviously, you can extend. So consider that. But I feel like with Blue Charlotte, it's just going to go so much better in a lot of cases. So we will have to see. But he has immortality at Dupe 5. So I'd say that he needs to be Dupe 5 to be usable. But if you get him to Dupe 5, he's like number 1. Well, not number 1, but like top 3 DPS. Now, if you have the skill page, it removes all buffs on a designated enemy, which is pretty good. Like, guys, you could go crazy with this, right? You like kill with it because it's AoE, right? You do a bunch of damage, and then if you're removing it on someone who has like the highest HP and shit, well, that's gonna be very good. And then obviously Rhya gets 50% mobility if he's with a supporter, which means that he might go quicker when he uses his second turn, right? So keep that in mind. Now, when he does perform an extra attack, there's a 50% chance to get a 40% damage increase, and at max, it's a 100 for 40. So every skill page, Dupe is giving a 10% chance. I'm probably going to get the skill page to like 4 or 5. I'm not even going to try to max it out. But obviously, this is going to be a very nice multiplicative damage buff. And I think this damage buff is going to make him very comparable to Julius damage-wise. Because what, 40% damage here... Okay, then you get an extra attack. The base attack multiplier is almost double. And then you also are going to be getting, where is it? The damage increase per buff. And then if you're with an attacker, an even more damage increase. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Rhya is looking very good. He's looking like someone who is worth summoning on. Yeah, W. This is really good. So I feel like mono blue, he could work. And even off mono blue with Noelle. I feel like both options are there. But I feel like with Charlotte, I could see Charlotte being very good. Because they made this counterattack. And then Rhya with counterattack damage, you guys gotta understand, counterattack is a very strong thing. And if he gives it to himself, that's very good for him and Noelle. Very similarly to Zora. So, yeah, no. They made him really good. It's just, we're going to have to see. The main thing is, how exactly does this 50% mobility play? That's what I want to see. And if this is every turn, as it says, yeah, GG. Oh my god. Yeah, no. His damage should be insane. Because Julius, okay, let's look at this. I need to do a bit of math to kind of explain to you why this is crazy. Okay? We look at this. And, hold on. So, like, it's, like, almost half, and then he could get, like, a good, like, without any buffs. But with buffs, it could be, like, 300%. But then it's, like, okay, but then Rhya's skill 2 is almost doubled in terms of attack multiplier. So, Yeah, no, I feel like Rhya and Julius are very similar damage-wise, but then Rhya also offers way more in a lot of cases. And he has immortality, which I personally like, but we'll have to see. Julius for sure is going to have a lot of other uses, and he could increase his own damage in other ways. But just what Rhya does is insane. And then his ult, yeah, no. They cooked. They did cook. Rhya and Julius are probably very similar, but Rhya is a very good, quote-unquote, free-to-play alternative since Julius is paid only. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to get this out. See you guys in the next one. Rhya is in 2 weeks.